Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan! We're giving out the last of the draft grades. We're wrapping up the league with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the Vikings, I have kind of given some crap this past season because I just don't think Kirk Cousins has it. I really don't. I mean, he's a video game quarterback. He puts up stats. He works the offense really well. As soon as you put him in a really human moment, where there's a lot of pressure on him, he needs to just put that team on his back and make some magic happen. It doesn't happen. So, I don't think he's worth the money you paid him. Yeah, that'll be my cousin's soapbox. He had a bad offensive line. Okay? He was running around way too much. You invested that money in him, you need to protect him. Garrett Bradbury. Makes a lot of sense. Fix the center position. Long term. This guy is going to be on the team for over a decade, and as long as he doesn't get hurt, and he'll be solid. And that's the number one person for a quarterback on the offensive line is actually the center. Everybody wants to talk about left tackle, protect the weak side, sure. But the center, helps with protection schemes. And, it's easily the most important position for a quarterback because pressure up the middle kills these guys so much more than pressure around the edge. So, Bradbury was a very, very, very good pickup at the position you got him at. Irv Smith Jr. in the second round. Why not, right? This offense has a lot of weapons. You've already got a great tight end. Having another one, it worked for New England, having a two tight end system. Now, mind you, one of them, killed himself in prison years later, but, it was really good when they had it together. Having a two tight end system there would probably do really, really well. Just anytime you can add more weapons, Cousins isn't an idiot. He'll be able to work an offense with multiple weapons and keep everybody happy. So, getting another tight end that can catch the ball and do some damage in the middle of the field, that's really good. And very good value at this position, I have to add. A lot of people actually had Irv Smith going in the first round. All right, Alexander Madison in round 3 out of Boise State, running back. Yeah, I know what a lot of people are out there thinking. Who the heck is Alexander Madison? There were other running backs available at this position that you could have picked up that had a much higher value. There was a run on running backs in the third round here. So, it started with Darnell Henderson and just went through them. So, it might have been a position where they really just had to pick up what they had left. But I never like it when teams draft like that. This feels like a draft for need situation. They felt like they needed a running back. All the other teams were drafting the really good running backs, and if they didn't pick one up, they were going to be left holding the bag somehow, but they were already left holding the bag. The better running backs in the third round were already taken. They should have moved to a different position. They didn't, and shame on them. Drew Samia out of Oklahoma, guard. Another, fix the middle of the offensive line. Guards tend to fall into this range, and you get good ones. Okay, don't really think that this guy is leftover parts just because he's drafted in the 4th round. He will be a starter for this team. Maybe not right away. Sometimes offensive linemen take some time to develop, but long term, he's going to be on that O-line, and he'll be a good fit. Really, Oklahoma is a very good school for offensive linemen. That's going to be solid. And Cameron Smith out of USC, inside linebacker. Armon Watts, Arkansas defensive tackle. These guys have a chance to be good depth players for the team, but I don't really see them as starters. If they can contribute any way possible, that's how they're making the team. The rest of it really is just leftover parts. So Minnesota did very, very well at the top of the draft. I think they bricked it with the third round pick in that running back. But overall, they did pretty solid. So I give them a B minus. But yeah, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think Green Bay got too damn good this offseason, and I think the Bears are still very stout. I just don't see where Minnesota breaks through that.